morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning. Mm, wow. Oh, hi. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here just reading stuff, and y'all are here already in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here just reading away, just reading. Oh, got a text message, and it made me go, "Oh, well, hello, everyone." Let me put a quick Shondo in the chat. Shondo to everybody in the chat. What's going on, y'all? What up? What up? What up? All that good stuff. We're here. We are here. Shouts out to all my mods. Shouts out to all my regulars. Let me see who in the chat. See who's here. Hey Nep. Hey Michelle's daughter. Hey LaGale. Hey Captivating Christian. Hey Boo. Hey Just One and Only. Hey my native 305 Miamian. Hey Blue Eagle. Nicole Stevens. Janice Johnson. Shondo to all of you. Sly Sylvia. LaGale. Um, Patty Duke. Hey everybody, Shondo, everybody give me a quick Shondo in the chat. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm glad you're here. I am glad that you are here. Hold on. So I'm sure many people are here to see what I got to say about a lot of stuff. You know, some stuff will be addressed. You're gonna have to sit through and wait through until we get through our normal silly Saturday stuff that we do. We ain't gonna stop what we doing. Hey Abby, hey Sits, is it common? Boo. Hey Raphael, hey Midnight, you know. Hey everybody, we're gonna do what we do on a normal Saturday. And we'll get to all of that other stuff a little later. I will say, y'all know me, I don't dwell long in all of the, mess and junk like that. That's not what we do over here. We have a good time on Saturday. And I like for our Saturdays, y'all know how we do on the Saturday. We get above all of that other stuff and we just come over here and we laugh and we learn and we have a good time. And so forth. So yeah. Mhm. You want this? Listen, Nep, I got this hoodie a couple years ago, and I love it too. Like, cause it's short sleeve and it's nice, and it got like that, like I don't know what kind of material. It kind of feel like wool almost, but it's not hot like wool. It's still kind of thick. It just feels good. I don't know. You cash out me enough, I might send it to you. But no. Oh yeah, let me mods. If y'all got my information, my email, and Instagram, Twitter, Cash App, y'all can put it in there if y'all want. But quick shout out to everybody coming in. Jada Nerd, what's up, bro? Really be, what's up, sis? Um, hey, Miss Brooklyn. Hey, everybody. Just a couple things. I know how we do. We sip the coffee. Hey, K Trey. Hey, well, if it's your first time here, everybody put a quick shondo in the chat for all of the first timers. Punitive damages. Hey, hey, people who might be watching from afar, who my mods might have already blocked because they don't play around. Woo, child. Oh boy. Wait, captivated Christian, you put it all together, and I don't think they could differentiate between. Y'all know I be putting my mods to work. You don't have no spaces in between all of that stuff, and so I don't think they can tell where one part ends and one part begins. Momo Rose, hey, yeah, if you watching, from afar, because my mom's to block you. Hey, to you too. I can't help you. I don't unblock it. My mom's done blocked you. I don't care. Unless that mom say, "Oh yeah, I did block this person." Can you unblock them? Then maybe I'll do that. But if they block you, I can't really help you on that. I trust my mods. They don't play around. They do not play around. Anyway, Charles Sylvia, we had a good time. Hey, Bobo, Shondo, boo. Charles, listen. Sylvia, when all five of us get together, there is zaniness and hilarity that ensues. So, hey, Yana, what's good, boo? How you doing this morning? All my regular, the one thing that I love is I love all my regular people, my people who we be here on Saturday mornings doing what we do and having a good time. For all of you new people we love on YouTube, just come in, join the party, have a seat, see the people in blue. All of the people that you see in blue, the mods, they have prophylactics, they have individualized packs of lube for you, and they have wipes for afterwards. Okay, all that they got for you. Realize this Saturday morning, because the morning sex is the best sex. Let me tell you, when it's been stewing and brewing all night long in all of its delectable juices, and you wake up that morning, come on now, it's what we do over here. So, Shonda, everybody, let's get a quick Shondo all the way through the chat. I'll start it off. Let's get a quick Shondo for all of the new people, because we may have some new faces. Why can't I type today? Dear God. Lord. It'll Teddy, get it together. Shondo to everybody in the chat. To all my new people. So, y'all know I always got a story or two to read. One more good article to read. And we'll read those articles and we'll laugh. Right. Listen, the Mars also got katana blades ready at any point. I cannot listen. They be on their own thing. I trust them. I do not question them because they might cut me. Listen, some of my Mars have been known to cut me. So you want me to control these people? I can control these people. Hey, Betty White. I don't know what you talk about, Betty White. Ain't nothing wrong with us. We good. Betty White ain't no problem with you liking me and Trey. You can do that. We ain't got no problem, child. I ain't like that. You can like me and anybody else, child. My only thing is I don't want you to disrespect me or the other person or anybody else. You don't gotta disrespect me. You ain't gotta disrespect the other person. And we can keep over here and laugh. And as Jid Nerd would say, Kiki and Kaka. Listen, I'm trying to see. I erased it because hey, Kelly, it was on the whiteboard because I had to capitalize the first syllable so you can hear the emphasis in the writing. Oh man, if y'all missed Really BTV's live last night, let me tell y'all something. Oh child. Oh yeah, and I know somebody in the chat is gonna ask why we say Shondo. Ask somebody in the chat. They may tell you why Shondo is our moniker. It explains why House of Debauchery is our moniker as well. But that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, but we're gonna do what we do this morning. We're gonna talk about a few things. We'll get to I'm not doing this with you this morning, Jada there. I am not doing this with you this morning. But I would venture to guess by the time we get to talking about the good stuff, most of the people who are only here for the mess will be gone, and it'll be just us comfortable and intimate, just a comfortable, intimate setting of people at that time. Then somebody will go hollering in the streets. telling people, and you'll see a bunch of people come in, but we gonna do what we do. Miguel, it was. They were out of control. Miguel, I was literally just sitting there on this live with the rest of the siblings, and I had to watch this ensue. I was like, what is going on? They were going in on people. I just didn't even understand. I was like, what had happened? Child. Hey, Valerie. I was like, they get you, sister bitch, because did y'all hear how they was going in on Heidi? I was like, girl, somebody stop them. I was like, just run. They get you, sister bitch. They get you, sister bitch. I was like, girl. Woo, Lord. Shouts out to my girl, Really BTV, for the live last night. It was so hilarious. Child, listen, Betty White. I told you I leave that for y'all in the chat to tell the new people what Shonda is. They think we over here praising and getting the Holy Ghost. They don't even understand. Shonda. Woo, child. Hashtag helmet head. Hashtag orange shirt. The interesting thing about helmet head is it's a double entendre. So it fits the person and it fits House of Debauchery. Y'all, I'll let y'all wrestle with that helmet head. Oh, Raphael, you missed it. Child. So I I was informed that we have medical doctors here in the streets, and I've been diagnosed through the internet because I didn't know that YouTube was also telemedicine. You know, isn't that what they call it when you do like visits with your doctor over the internet? It's called telemedicine or telehealth, something in it. Anyway, so I was informed that I have all of these debilitating STDs and STIs. Dear God. So, in the spirit of the petri dish of diseases that I allegedly have, God, our stories this morning are all about people and their diseases that they have. So, we'll read some stories about people and diseases that they have or that they have gotten from other people. Quite funny. Chat right, because I've turned into Curious George, dear God. I done went from being a zookeeper to being a part of the zoo. Ooh, chat. Oh, is health a vision? Okay, chat is something, honey. Because child, these people self-diagnosing, baby. Oh Lord. They are giving me my whole prognosis, honey. It's so funny. It's so funny. I wasn't with them, Miguel. What is you talking about? When mother came home, all of them got to beaten because mother saw that I was just sitting right here. I ain't do nothing. I was being real good, like I was taught, and all of them got to beaten because I am the good, wholesome child, contrary to popular belief. I am the good child. Hey, BB Nice. Shout out to BB Nice in the room. Child. Just one and only. Girl. Chat. Oh Lord. Anyway. Um Child Jada, you was leading the chart. I ain't doing this with you, Jada. I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not doing this today. Hey Tycia, hey girl, hey. Sean does Tycia, girl, you know how we do it. You know, I'm on my third sip of coffee. Oh child. Child. Ooh. I know you lying. We'll get there later. We'll get. Don't worry. I know you lied. We certainly will get to all of that. Don't worry. I'm here for it. I ain't getting no whooping, Patty Duke. I was the good child. Understand, of all the siblings, it was me who was doing what mother said. I sat here. We wasn't even on the porch last night. We were sitting in the living room. It was too dark. The street lights was on. The street lights was on. And hey, Tanari, and we was sitting over here and we was sitting over here on the couch in the living room while mother was out at bingo. And they got out of pocket, and I sat right there on the couch and was like, I ain't gonna let y'all take me down this road. Nope, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm gonna sit right over here and do like mother said and keep my mouth closed. Mother was in the live. She saw I ain't do nothing. I was here. But Eddie and Jaded Nerd and Really BTV and Captivated Christian, they was all over there just handing out drug problems. Shouts out to Team Capricorn. We got about another week or two, about another 2 weeks, my fellow Capricorns, before it's Capricorn season. Because Capricorns, let me tell y'all something, Capricorns. We are too special of a people just to have the allotted time. So we go from, what is it, December 22nd or 23rd, all the way to Valentine's Day, okay? We'll be celebrating Capricorns all the way to Valentine's Day, okay? I'm just letting y'all know that now. Get in your feelings, get mad. You know how people do every year. It get to be about January 20th, and they be complaining, how long January gonna last? Why January got to be so long? Girl, you mad? Y'all gonna be asking why Capricorn season got to be so long. Because we're gonna go all the way till Valentine's Day. Now we'll give y'all till Valentine's Day. We'll let y'all have y'all a day or whatever. But we over here, us fellow Caps over here, we will be celebrating because we're better than the likes of you other signs. Just saying. Lord, y'all mad? Should have been born at the right time. Your parents should have decided to conceive you. Copulation should have happened at the right time. Okay. Then you wouldn't have these problems. Hello. Hello from the other side. Hey, Natasha. Tasha Milam. Yeah. I don't have no problem with Scorpios. Now, who I do have, what sign do y'all think I have a problem with before we get to our story? We over here talking about signs. What signs do you think I have a problem with? Hey, TCHBCU Queen. What's up? What sign would you believe I have a problem with? I now, you know what? Believe it or not, I have a sign with. I have a problem with the sign that my mother is. Okay, and that one of my exes is. The Bay is a Taurus. Ooh, child. Yana, the Bay is a Taurus. Child, Yana, you know, when you have sex with a Taurus, baby, they, baby, they fuck your soul, okay? The entirety of your soul. I don't know what it is about them Taurus men, but baby, you get them in bed, baby, they will snatch your soul in the bedroom, snatch all of your soul, and then get up out the bed like nothing happened and keep it moving. And you over there laid out stuck in your feelings like this, and they going on to give somebody else what they got. I'm just saying that's Taurus man for you, honey. Child, the sign that I don't really care for, and I'm not saying that this about you if you are this sign and you're in the chat, but they just, I'm gonna tell you why in a second. Them doggone Pisces, baby. Shouts out to my boy Deshaun, who's a Pisces, and I love Deshaun. That's my boy. Just talked to him yesterday. But them Pisces, you let me tell you why I don't like Pisces. Because they wake up. Listen, people talk about who is it, Gemini or Libra? One of them they say has two sides. I think it's Gemini. I'm okay with you having two sides because I can adjust to the two sides. But when you have 365 sides and 365 faces, that's what Pisces have. Because they wake up every day as a different person. My mom is that way. My ex is one of my exes is that way. Every day I will wake up and be like, who are you? Where did you come from? abyss did you crawl up out of? And then the next morning, everything's cool, like, and you looking like, wait, what? Yesterday, and I be like, what's going on? I be trying to understand, y'all. I be trying to understand. Just be trying to understand. Chat. You say my queen is a Cancer, sun sign, but she is a Capricorn rising. I'm the opposite. Okay. Right, listen, Tanari, you see what I'm saying? Baby, them Pisces, you never know. They are, listen, you talk about mystery vans, that whole sign is a mystery van, okay? You do not know from one day to the next. My mama even said this to me. My ex, that's a Pisces, even said, he said, let me tell you something. It's gonna be a new thing every day. I can tell you that now. And I was like, really? And I ain't believe him. And he was like, and then I figured it out. And then when I look at how my mom is, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Cause they be different every day. I'd be like, get it together. Get it together. I don't know. Anyway, y'all. Hey, Shondo to everybody in the chat. Baby, I met my husband 16 years ago, and the first time that Taurus did me dirty, I married that. Okay, and been a whole big. Listen, Yana, Yana, you know what I'm talking about. You let a Taurus man go on in that bedroom and show you what it do, baby. They fuck your soul, the entirety of your soul. They leave you there rethinking life. You be like, oh God, what just happened? Oh Lord. Oh God! Oh! You be like, what happened? Oh God! Jesus, Lord, please. Listen. Yeah, have you rethink? Put a 27 in the chat if you done been banged out by one more good Taurus man and you know what I'm talking about. Now I'm not a Taurus, and I ain't trying to, you know, preach on Taurus man, but yeah, I'm telling you, I done had a few of them. Ooh, Lord. Child. Come on, keeping your soul in the pocket. Natasha, you know about the Taurus man I see? Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. I dare you say I know it is early on the West Coast. Woo! What's up, Danny? What's up, Danny? I know the Danny in the room, honey. Woo, Danny, it is early over there. I know it's about what, 8? It's about 7 something. It's almost 7:45 over there. Ooh, child. Child. Taurus is end of April, beginning of May. Yeah, that's when Taurus men are end of April, beginning of May. Child, Lashani, was that Lashani? Child, oh Lord, child, we could tell some stories about some Taurus men. Oh Lord. You say it's 7:45, Raina? Child, y'all over there on the left coast, not the west coast, the left coast, because it goes left over there, honey. Hey, Lady T, hey, boo. Shondo, BB Nice, you say men and women? BB Nice, you a Taurus over there, girl? Are you a Taurus over there, BB Nice? Child, they said you have the kids weak, BB Nice. They said you have the kids weak. I heard that. Mm-hmm. And I believe them. Child, Ligale, you a Taurus over there too, girl? Child. Put a 27 in the chat if you a Taurus so all of us can know who we need to flirt on. So all of us can know who we need to hit up if you a Taurus. Mm-hmm. Child, he gave you a Taurus. Child, watch out for that sun, Yana, because he gonna be breaking hearts, honey. Child, you gonna have a lot of little girls, or even if I don't know if he, do the other boy, you gonna have a lot of people banging at your door, mad at him because he done snatched their souls, Yana. That young man gonna snatch up you souls. Child. Oh Lord. Betty, why you say, how do you explain twins that are the same signs and that are two totally different people? Well, they say signs have opposite faces or sides, so maybe they get each side. Oh, Yolanda, you a Taurus? All right, Miguel, Nicole. See, y'all know who to look at the chat. See who y'all need to be looking at to know. Um, child. Shakira, you say yo, just one and child, just one on. You know your son's gonna be running the Miami streets, honey. Baby, you know them little girls is go. You know them little hot little girls gonna be after your sons. Just one know that I'm telling you what I know. Child. You know, Jada, one of my exes actually, Jada, remember the story of how it all began, how it all started, the first story time? He's a Sagittarius. If you haven't seen that video, that was a great story time. Epic story that we told in that story time. That was about what, a couple months ago now? We had a good time in that live. Y'all, you say you're a Scorpio, y'all damn good in the sex department. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to say, what time of year is Scorpio? Oh, I think Scorpio is isn't that like the end of October? I think it's sometime in October. I think it's end of September, beginning of October is Scorpio. I think. I think. I don't know. Ooh, child, what would listen? Y'all must be got a certain time of year, just one and only, that y'all likes to get it down. What time of year is that, might I ask? Oh man. Oh, you say Scorpio is October and November. Okay. Scorpio child. Cancers are freaky. Now, Tampa girl, you ain't never lied about a Cancer. The thing about Capricorns is, and I guess I'm not proving this to be right, being that I am House of Debauchery, but most Capricorns I know, they don't talk a lot about sex. They don't. You don't hear them. People don't even really see them as being like very sexual. Baby, when the door is closed, them motherfuckers be hanging off chandeliers. Baby, they do some of the freakiest stuff you ever thought. You be looking at the stuff that they be trying to do, and you be like, wait a minute, how we gonna do that? How we gonna get in that position? Wait, how you got that to fit there? That's not. They ain't gonna never tell you. You ain't gonna never know. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to my fellow Capricorn. I'm telling the secrets of the sign. I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. That's how we are, Capricorn. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. I ain't gonna tell you nothing till that door closed. And baby, you gonna be in for a rude awakening. Baby, they gonna call all the shots once that door closed. You gonna be like, wait, what happened to wait, where did the Tell you what I know. Tanari, I'm telling you, I'm a Capricorn. I know how it is. That's how they ain't gonna tell you nothing, but baby, when that door closed, you gonna be, and they ain't gonna talk about it afterward. Capricorn, that's the one thing they do not kiss and tell. You can have sex with a Capricorn, and they ain't gonna tell nobody how it was. They ain't gonna let you know how it was. You ain't gonna know nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing before they go in the door. They ain't gonna say nothing once they come out the door. That's just gonna be between you and them. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. You ain't gonna know nothing. Baby, if the walls could talk, if you had a black light for the walls, everything, every other corner and crevice of that room, oh Lord. I'm sorry, my fellow Capricorns. I'm just telling all the secrets. Let me shut up. I wasn't even supposed to be talking about zodiac signs today, but you know, we're always here to learn. Hey, Ty. Everybody's put a Shondo in the chat for my good friend Ty. Ty is the first, the original mod. Capricorns is the end and beginning of the year, end of December, beginning of January. And I am directly in the middle of Capricorn. I am January 1st. Trying to tell you, Lady T, don't kiss and tell. Well, Ty is going to say, don't listen to Ty. Ty's gonna say I do because he and I we talk all the time. But I know all about his tomfoolery as well. Don't do me, Ty. Do not do me. Thank you, Black Nurse. I love my black man. Come on now, Black Nurse. We might need your help over here because allegedly I have a myriad and a cornucopia of diseases, debilitating STDs and STIs. So I've been told. That's what somebody told me through the internet. Watch this. Ty has known me 10 plus years now. And Ty can tell you, I'm probably at my biggest weight I'm probably the fattest I've ever been right now. And Ty can tell you, I ain't never been big. I've been rail thin my whole life from a little boy. Anybody who's ever met me my whole life be like, oh yeah, the little skinny guy. The little skinny guy, the nerdy skinny guy. Always. Child. Child. Child, I ain't worry about it, Tanari. We good over here. Anyway, you said they put the Kama Sutra to shame, Danny. Woo. You ain't talked to me in weeks' time. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. So I'm just tiny, tiny man. Whatever time. Whatever. Cause you large and in charge. You large and in charge, Ty. And you mad because you big. Cause you're rose. Oh wait, did I say baby parts? Do. I'm not doing this with you, Ty, today. We're not going down this road with you. Leave me and my 3-inch penis alone, okay? Leave me and my 3 inches alone. Child. Copper rain. We'll get that copper rain. Ooh, child. We are petty, Tanari. Capricorns are petty. Baby, listen, let me tell you this about Capricorns too. Capricorns will be sitting there having a nice, wonderful conversation with you. And all in their mind, they are calculating what they're going to do. And probably the thing about a Capricorn is you might be having a conversation with them and they might be doing something on their phone. And baby, you think it's just innocent. And simultaneously, while they are talking to you and smiling and laughing, baby, they are doing something behind the scenes to cut your throat, honey. Baby, Capricorns are calculated, huh? They are petty, petty, petty. 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 Petty, petty. You are so petty, baby. Shouts out to Dream Girls. Petty, petty. You are so petty on me. Cooperate. I'm not doing this with you tonight. Oh, my upstairs ceilings. I'm not doing this with you. Cooperate. I'm not doing this. Oh, Lord. One thing about the Capricorn though, normal people think things out, to the first or second level. A Capricorn baby, we done thought this out to the 30th level. While you over here meandering and thinking it through to level 1, 2, and 3, baby, we already at level 29, 30, and 31 about calculating what we're gonna do. Okay? Baby, we thought about all of the scenarios, all of the alternate strategies. We don't, I'm telling you. And then don't let it be a Capricorn woman. Capricorn women are the ones who you don't want to mess with because you're going to think, oh, I got over on them. Oh, they're not going to do anything bad. Oh, no. And baby, those are the ones who make life altering moves on you. Those are the ones that you should, because they ain't going to be out. They ain't going to be loud. They ain't going to do all of this rip romping and all of that stuff. Baby, they're going to do some behind the scenes stuff that will change your life and make your whole life go in a whole different direction. Baby, they don't fuck off. They don't. Capricorn women, they don't fuck off. You want to talk about jilted J? You know how they say a woman scorned? That moniker came because of a Capricorn woman. Let me tell you, because they do not fuck off. They are not the ones who you want to upset. When you break up with them, you better do everything you can to say, baby, let me get this together. Oh, I'm sorry. On your way out, make sure you clean up everything. Here's what I owed you. You know what? I just want us to, at least we ain't even gotta be friends, but at least let us be, civil and peaceable. Because baby, you want that to end well with a Capricorn woman. Because if you don't, I'm trying to tell you what I know. Child, I know your jack, your grinder, and everything else is Buzz and Ty. See, Ty is like me. That's why I say Ty is my dog. Me and Ty is always house of debauchery like me. Ty come in like me. House of debauchery. But anyway, them Capricorn women, because see, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Let's say you break up with a Capricorn woman in May. A Capricorn woman is gonna let June, July, August, and even September go by. Baby, it's gonna be December. And you gonna think, oh, I'm good. They done forgot about me. We done moved on past life. Baby, when I tell you they're gonna have one more good Christmas present waiting for you that you ain't gonna even know about. Baby, you done forgot that they done moved. And baby, they done thought it all the way out. And they done let you get all comfortable and nice and good. And baby, you turn around and walk out your door and a blow dart come your way. Baby, you walk out the house from work one day and there be a blow dart. You walking out the house thinking everything is good. 6, 7 months later. Baby, that's how they are. They don't fuck off. They are not the ones that you want to play around with. Child, I'm sorry, Capricorn women. I'm telling all y'all business. I'm sorry. Who, child? Listen, they will be years later. Years later. You thinking they done got over it? Bitch. Play around with it. You think they done got over it. Them ain't the ones you want to mess around with. See, they not the ones that do. You know how some people are. Let me go ahead and windmill with you real quick so it can be over and done with, and I ain't got to think about you no more. No. They the type that's going to let it sit there and fester. You done made a lifelong enemy. I'm trying to tell you what I know. They ain't going to never forget. Baby, every time they see you, every time they pass by your block, they throwing vials of anthrax and you don't even know it. Just sprinkling your whole lawn with anthrax and strychnine. So every time you walk out the house, you don't even know, because they gonna do shit you don't even see coming. You don't even know. Baby, you walk out your house to inhale the lawn, not knowing that they just scattered your whole lawn with anthrax and strychnine and mustard gas. So every time you breathe, baby, you shred your lungs. I'm trying to tell you what I know, internally bleeding. And you don't know. Because see, they like to do stuff that's covert, okay? That's our word of the day. Covert. 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 And they like to do stuff behind the scenes that you cannot see. That will fuck you up. I'm trying to tell you what I know. Trying to tell you what I know. Child, the pain never ends, honey. Woo. Then they're gonna sit there and act like nothing happened. And gonna try and watch it, and then we'll call you and say, "Oh, I heard something happened. I know we ain't together no more, but I'm just checking to make sure you okay. Because you know what? I still, I have love for you, and I just want to make sure you're okay." Knowing all the while, as soon as they hang up on that phone, bitch, I bet you ain't okay, because I done fucked your ass up. As soon as they hang up that phone, but baby, they gonna be on that phone. One of my friends called me and I was just checking on you because I heard such and such happen. And I know we ain't together no more, but I just wanted to make sure, because I still have love for you and I always want the best for you and your family and everything. How your mom doing? How your sister doing? I saw your mom and I spoke to her real fast, and I just wanted to make sure you was okay because a couple people called me and asked me, did I know such and such happened? And I said no. I said let me reach out to him, and so I'm reaching out to you. But you okay? Okay, good. Yeah, feel free to call me at any time. I'm always here to help. I'm always here, to lend a helping hand or anything. I know you got your people. I got my people. But, we can still be civil and cordial and everything is okay. All right, then. All right, well, I'm here. Holler at me later. It'll be okay. That's how that conversations go. Baby, they put that phone down and do one of these numbers. Pick up their cup and be like, Bitch. Thought you got away, huh? That is exactly how that conversation. I'm sorry, since the comment. I'm telling all the business. I'm sorry, girl. Girl, I'm sorry, but that is how it goes. Woo, child, that is how it goes. Shouts out to all my fellow Capricorns in the room. Shouts out to all my fellow Capricorns. It's almost our season. I told y'all we go all the way until Valentine's Day. We cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. Tell you what I know. Anyway, oh God, here go really BTV and her cancers. I'm sure captivating Christian. I'm surprised he didn't throw a cancer in the chat yet. Those cancers. Well, actually, cancers. A lot of my friends are cancers. That sounds so horrible. It sounds like I'm saying they're a cancer, meaning there's something that's going to kill me. But I have a lot of my friends that are cancer, that have the sign cancer, and so we really mesh well. I really mesh well with that sign for some reason. I do. I tend to have a lot of friends that are cancers. Child, mean and sweet. They say nice, nasty. Pink UGA. Shonda, do you pink UGA? They say we nice, nasty. I don't know what nice, nasty means. That's such an oxymoron. Yeah. Oh God, here we go with the. See what I said? They go captivating Christian. Child, here go the cancers in headed. You knew they was gonna stand up at some point. Oh God, here we go. Here we go with the cancers. Oh boy, here they go. Oh Lord, why I got them started? Why did I get them started? Lord, I noticed that the cancer, their little thing looks like the 6'9". That should tell you something. They're whores. That's why they have 69 as their little sign, because they're whores, whores, whores into what they are. Whole ass whores. Child. Not Jesus is the best zodiac sign. Come on, Jesus being the best zodiac sign. Yeah. It's tatted on you. I bet it is. Letting them know from the dope. You see it. Don't get it twisted. You know what it is. Coming in the dope. Be ready. Child, here come these cats. We ain't ask y'all for all that cancers. We ain't ask y'all for all that. Y'all in here. This is a Capricorn room. A Capricorn room. Yeah. Anyway, let me get to my story. I ain't even got, we 45 minutes in, damn near. I ain't even got to my stories yet, y'all. I haven't even gotten to my articles yet. Let's do what we do. Let's do what we do. Hold on, y'all. All right. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pull up my stories. All right. Where's my stuff? Hold on, y'all. Okay. No, that's not it. Y'all think I would have this already figured out? Y'all fix it, Jesus. Hey, Tracy's World. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it like you said you would. So the first story I told y'all is all about diseases today, since that's what we have. The first story says, just read you the headline before we go into it. NBA YoungBoy claims his ex-girlfriend Janiyah gave him the herpes. She addresses the accusation on Twitter. You can't be giving people the herpes, okay? That's Usher's deal. Child, shouts out to Usher. Allegedly. The herpes is a debilitating disease that you cannot get rid of that has no cure. And people can see it. Dear God. Jadavian, here's the second story. Jadavian Clowney's alleged side chick has her Instagram banned after she goes on wild rant accusing him of exposing her to an incurable disease and sending goons to break into her house. Apparently, everybody was being accused yesterday of diseases and so forth. My third story, just because the headline made me laugh, it says details on why rapper Obi Trice shot his girlfriend's son in the nuts. Because if you're shooting people, why not in the nuts? You want to shoot people in the nuts. A great place to shoot someone is in said nuts. Nuts are what you want to aim for. When I break out my FN57 from the closet, I am shooting you in the nuts. Just telling you, man down, shot in the nuts. I'm saying. So which story? Do we want the nuts story first? Do we want the Jadavian Clowney story first about him giving his girlfriend incurable diseases and sending his goons to break into her house? Or do we want the NBA young boy accusing somebody of giving him the herpes? Yolanda, you say nuts, please? Nuts, please. Anybody else say nuts, please? The nuts. Everybody wants the nuts. This is the house of debauchery. So why would we not want the nuts? Nuts, please. I'll have mine with nuts, please. Next time y'all go somewhere, listen, you better go somewhere and say, I'll have mine with nuts, please. Okay? That's what I want you to do. The next time you go and get something to eat, I'll have mine with nuts, please. Now, BB Nice, I know that you are a lesbian. And I know if you go somewhere and say, I'll have mine with nuts, please, I'm going to fall out. BB, I want you to even make a video of you going somewhere and saying, I'll have mine with nuts, please. Because I'm going to fall out. Because I never, I know I'm not, picking that BB. I know that BB Nice is a lesbian, it's what she is. So I'm just saying it would be funny. And so forth. Woo, child. You don't do them, but you sure have them captivating Christian. Ooh, Lord, I know. And nice ones at that. And y'all don't know who Obi Trice is. Obi Trice is the rapper, if you remember back in the day with Eminem. He used to be he was on, what was that song he was on with Eminem? He was on a couple songs with Eminem back in the day or whatever. So all right. So the headline of this article. What is AG? I'm confused. AG. Come on for busting nuts, BB Nice. BB Nice said I still bust nuts though. Yes, BB Nice. Um, Ty, I'm confused. I don't even know what AG though. Ciao. Yes, Got Some Teeth was one of his songs. Thank you, God, Ray Christian. Ty, you gotta explain. The people are confused, Ty. Let me read this article while Ty putting this in. It says details on why rapper Obi Trice shot his girlfriend's son in the nuts. I'll have nuts with that. Obi Trice hasn't done much since he was rapping with Eminem. He's in the news for all the wrong reasons. Rapper Obi Trice, 42, is accused of shooting a teen in Commerce Township, sources tell 7 Action News. The 18-year-old, who is the son of Trice's alleged girlfriend, was shot on December 6th in the 400 block of Woodvale. Police say there was a physical altercation between Trice and his 40-year-old girlfriend at the residence. He had allegedly been drinking all day and pushed her during the argument. Her son then reportedly intervened and confronted Trice, leading to a physical altercation inside the house. The son and mother decided to leave the home. Police say Trice then allegedly retrieved a handgun and came back to where the son was with his mother, about to and came back to where the son was with his mother, about to leave the home. The son saw the gun and feared he was going to be shot, so he attempted to disarm him. They struggled over the gun and both went to the ground. The gun discharged and the teen was struck in the groin. Wow. The son will survive. And that's the story. I think there's a police, and I think there's a video. You know, we're here for videos. Hashtag orange shirt. We're always here for videos. Oh, and there's a video. Hold on. Oh, there's a video. Y'all know we're always here for the video. Gotta be here for the video, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We're always here for a good video. Always. All right, y'all. So are we ready for the video? Because it's a news story. I love when newscasters have to say things like testicles. They won't say testicles. They'll say groin. I bet you they don't. I got $5 that say they do not say testicles. They're going to say groin. But if they do say testicles, this is going to be epic. Did Ty ever say what AG was? Dear God. Anyway. Oh, okay. I got you now, Ty. Oh, okay. All right. So here's our article.
A popular Detroit rapper, once a member of Eminem's recording agency, now under arrest in connection with the shooting.
7 Action News reporter Simon Shaykat live in Commerce Township where all of this happened. And Simon, what are you learning?
Glenda, Dave, what happened out here was so frightening. The sheriff says it could have ended so much worse. As we speak, Obi Trice locked up at the county jail. Known throughout the music world as a Detroit rapper once affiliated with Eminem's Shady Records, 42-year-old Obi Trice was featured on the 8 Mile soundtrack and on the hit song Without Me. Now his mugshot is posted on the county jail's website after a shooting deputies call a case of domestic violence.
I'm happy nobody got killed, but it's too bad.
One of those unknown, totally dangerous situations where you don't know where it's going to go. Just after midnight, deputies arrived here on the 400 block of Woodvale Drive near 14 Mile Road and Welch. They say an 18-year-old victim was shot in his groin area and his 40-year-old mother assaulted by her boyfriend, identified now as Trice. Sources also say Trice was outside his home, intoxicated and holding a handgun that was unregistered when deputies arrived, but he surrendered peacefully. Gave him very specific orders, and he put the gun down. Otherwise, could have been a bad situation. The shooting victim has since been treated and released from the hospital. Sources say he shoved his girlfriend who tried to leave, but her son came to her defense, trying to wrestle the gun away before he was shot. In addition to the shooting, Trice could also face an aggravated felony assault charge.
It's too bad that this had to go on in this area.
Deputies say Trice was in violation of a court order to pay child support as well, and has a prior 2002 assault and battery conviction in Farmington Hills. We see, especially going into the holidays, for whatever reason, we see domestics spike up. People in close confines start drinking, just walk away. Trice is also known for surviving a shooting in January 2006. It happened on the Lodge Freeway, and he was struck in the head. Doctors chose not to operate due to the dangers of removing a bullet. Trice is locked up on nearly $17,000 bond. We've learned he could be charged as early as tomorrow. Reporting live in Commerce Township, Simon Shaykat, 7 Action News. Simon, thank you.
Do Jesus and do him well. There's so many things about that video, y'all. So many things about that video, y'all. So many things. Why was his mouth like that? Why does he have a bullet in his head? Who is this random old ass white lady that they were? What was the purpose of this random old ass white lady that they were interviewing? Man, help me out, y'all. Help me out. Please. Where did she? I mean, did they just walk down the street and just find some random like oh, the lip thing is from when he got shot. Is it from when he got shot? But that's not from when he got shot in the head, though. You know? Well, they said the bullet was, I guess, in a part of his brain that had they removed it, it would have messed up his brain, so they left it there. Like shrapnel. 17,000? Well, what did you do? Child. But I guess he had an unmarked gun or whatever. So, unlicensed gun. Child. So you said he got shot another time, Danny, and that's why his because that must be another time he got shot. With that made him do the just the best. Wait, what's going on? Phone? Shut up, phone. Wait, why is this story on YouTube? So I promise you not, child. It tried to go to the next YouTube story, which went to Really B's podcast that they're on right now. Just a mess, phone. Just a mess. Anyway. Child. Is that near you? Since it's a comment, aren't you in Detroit? Since it's a comment, is that near where you are? Child, we need the scoop. We need the inside scoop. That's your area. We need the inside scoop. Right, right. He said it could have been much worse. When you get shot in the nuts, please make me understand. I mean, what's worse, death? I mean, that's the only way. You know, some men might say, just go ahead and take me out. If you're gonna shoot me in the nuts, might as well just end it all and take me out now. Don't even leave me around here if I got to get shot in my nuts. I'm just saying. Oh, he got shot in the face. Okay. You seem to be around a lot of guns. I mean, you still got. Child. And what does it say about this woman that you with this man who got all of these, gunshots? I don't want to be with nobody who looks like, a human version of Swiss cheese. I don't want you with all these holes in your body and all of this shrapnel. Because who's after you? They might get me in the crossfire. I'm not here for this. Okay? I don't want to be dodging. Just dodging bullets. Child. Eastern suburb of Detroit. I live in the western suburb of. Oh, it's about 40 miles. Okay. Child. I'm not doing this with you, Danny. Talk about those eyewitnesses. Shout out to Danny talking about the eyewitnesses. Y'all don't get Danny started. Wait, it's going so fast. Undateable. Child. Child. Not doing the Wiley Rock Dodger, but see, don't get me started, Tanari. Do not get me started with helmet head. Helmet head. Woo, y'all are silly. Y'all are silly. Hey, Monk Chip. What's good, Monk Chip, girl? Shout out to Monk Chip in the chat. Woo, Lord, Monk Chip, they done got me started early this morning. Y'all. Woo, Lord. This is so funny. Woo, Lord. Shut up. I am about to start. Oh Lord. Anyway, now I will say this, if we must talk about this. Shouts out to the little 18-year-old boy because he did his job as a son. If you're an 18-year-old son and your mama boyfriend is over here pushing on your mama, baby, you better go over there and jump in. You better go over there and jump in. And it sounds like little 18-year-old might have been getting the best of him. That's how they ended up falling on the ground and the gun went out and the boy got shot in the nuts. I would be having nuts with that. Hey, Shelby. Hey, girl. Hey, Shondo. Ooh, child. How did the young man? Child, well, we know how you got shot in the nut. They scuffled. He fell on the ground. Hey, pretty Ricky. Hey, girl. Hey, pretty Ricky Fontaine. How in everything that is holy did he get shot in the nuts? In the nuts. Jesus Lord. God. Anyway. So that was our nuts story. So we had our daily dose of nuts today. And remember, when you go out to eat today, our phrase of the day is, I'll have nuts with that. I'll have nuts with that. I know it's poor nuts, but listen, if you are a mother and you are in the room, if your boyfriend fights with you or hits you, and your son don't do what her son did, then you know you got a problem. Every mother knows you have expectation. That's why you got this big, strong, strapping young man with you. If your boyfriend decides that he wants to try and look if you buck at you, your son's supposed to go over there and, you know what I'm saying? Now, right, Ty. Now you might get your dick shot off. You might get your nuts shot in between. Hopefully, you got some good health insurance. But just saying. Oh, Danny said, "This is my PSA for my people. If you want better gun control, we have two weapons for legal avenues instead of street corners. If more of us were legal gun owners, the NRA would shut it down." Well, I got mine, Danny. I have two FN57s if you should need me. One in each end of the house because you got to have one in one part of the house and one in the other part. Because the wrong answer is you having to go all the way to the other part of the house in order to get it. Because maybe you might be done got beat up and shot by the time you get to it. Maybe you got to have your guns lodged in various sides of the house so that when it's time you can get to it. Now, I'm not saying you have to get the gun that I have. I wanted an FN57 because my ass is little. And an FN57 uses rifle bullets and has very low recoil, little to no recoil. So I ain't got to be, blowing my arm off. I'm too small to be having guns that blow my doggone arm off. Okay, I need a gun that's going to do worse than a regular Glock or a regular handgun. I needed a gun that was going to have some weight behind it. So my gun takes rifle bullets and it doesn't have any recoil. So when I come at you, boo, please be ready because I'm putting holes in you, real holes. It's going to go through you. You don't have to worry about it being lodged in you. No, baby, it's going through you. Just know that. I'm just saying. But yes, an FN57 is my gun of choice. If the boyfriend hits her, she needs to leave. Yeah, on the way out, your son need to be throwing that young man on his head. Child, his baby makers may never. Child, that woman may have lost all her chances to have grandchildren. I don't know how many kids she got, but I'm just saying. Oh, child. Oh, Lord. I won't want my son fighting for me. I got healing crystals and will David and Goliath, pepper spray, a taser, Smith and Wesson MP380 with good aim. I stay ready. Come on, stay ready. But here's the thing. The thing about it is this. Every son, I'm sorry. Even if you tell me you don't want your son fighting for you, No son in America is going to sit there and watch some grown ass man. And I don't care if your son is 18 or 18 months. You let some grown man, it could be his daddy, hit on his mama. And tell me, I don't care what age that son is, if that son don't commence to trying to throw the hands, that's just how it works. That's just how it works. I'm just telling you what I know. Yeah. Obviously, y'all don't go messing with Tycia because she's ready. Okay. She is ready. Tycia is not the one that you want to bother because she's ready. She has a whole arsenal, an entire arsenal. Okay. Ready. Child. 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 Oh, Lord. What was our other articles? Lord Jesus. Because now I'm afraid. We don't went to the NRA. Danny over here got us all strapped up. Tycia got a whole arsenal over here. All of y'all are ready. I don't listen. Remind me to be nice to y'all. Hey, ladies, I'm not coming at y'all. I don't want y'all to think. Listen, if I ever make you upset, please let me know. Because I don't want y'all breaking out the arsenal on me. Please. I don't want to get shot. Fuck a blow dart. Y'all is gonna be taking me out. Like y'all, listen. Go back to this article. I ain't gonna have y'all shoot me up. Oh, we're on the herpes now. We're moving on to the herpes. To the herpes. Now, and before I get to the herpes, here's our learning moment. Y'all know we always have to have a little spot where we learn and are educated. Hey, Reese's Pieces. Shout out to you, Reese's Pieces. But let's have a learning moment. In the world of STDs and STIs, I could think of 3 off the top of my head that are incurable. Excuse me, you have HIV, you have the herpes, and you have genital warts. None of the 3, hey Josh Johnson, have cures. All of them have no cure. Now, I don't have any of them, but if I had to make a choice, if some person had a needle, a syringe, and said, I got a syringe with each one of these, but you got to pick which one you want right now, or your whole family dies, or something, one of those little scenarios. And I had to choose one. I'm probably going with HIV. You want to know why? Because the herpes and the genital warts can be painful. And everybody is going to look at you because those things have outbreaks where you can kind of see them all over people's bodies and stuff. And you can give those to people actively. Now, what people don't know about to educate people on HIV is I don't understand why people are making it a whole thing, to try to throw out the fact that people have HIV about that, because body type is not any sign of HIV at all. But, the lessers of us and those people who have IQ scores south of 50 would make things like that. Many people that I know with HIV are heavy set. So how does that body size have anything to do with HIV? I don't know. I mean, look at Magic Johnson. He's big as hell. Hello. The other thing about it is this. And if you do studies and you study up on things, it's 2019, and I have someone very close to me that when they got diagnosed, they were very afraid, and they asked me to go with them. And over their initial visits and all of their years. I was their advocate and on their paperwork for with their doctors. So I would go to their doctor's appointments and things with them as a show of support for them. And the medications and things that they have out there now, even what it means to be undetectable now is very different from what it was back then, which was, I think that was 08 or 09, 10 years ago. Because then it was, in order to be considered undetectable, you had to have, I believe it was 500 copies or less of the disease of the virus within whatever the metric of blood is. I don't know if it's a millimeter, I forgot, but there's a certain amount of blood, and within that amount of blood, I'm not going to say it's a drop. I forgot the actual metric. I'm not going to say, milliliter or whatever. But anyway, you had to have 500 or less copies of the virus in order to be deemed undetectable then. Now, you have to have 20 or less copies of the virus. And the thing about it is, people who are undetectable, they also, if they take a traditional rapid blood test, rapid HIV test, they come up as negative because there's just that few copies of the virus in their blood. Many of them, most of them, when they do take the rapid test, they oftentimes will come as a lot of times they will come as that they're negative because their blood and the medications and things have gotten the disease down to a point where there's virtually so few copies of the virus in their blood that they, like they said, they're undetected. You can't detect whether or not they have it. And so that's that, and that is a tribute to the tests and medicine and things like that. And as long as they stay good and on their medications, they are fine. The other part about that is they are not transmitting that disease to anyone else. And in a lot of states now, in order to become undetectable, you have to be undetectable for a certain length of time. Some states are saying 6 months. Some states are saying a year. Some states are making it where it's a certain number of tests you have to have consecutively in order to be deemed undetectable. So, and I'm glad we're doing this live because we just had World AIDS Day this past week. So, what I'm saying is to say this: just like some states have already, many states, if not most states, have already passed laws saying that if someone is HIV positive and has known unprotected sex with someone who is HIV negative, they can be prosecuted for that. In the same vein, some states are going back and are looking at legislation and provisos to those rules that makes exceptions for people who are at undetectable status, where it's known that they have been labeled as undetectable by doctors and so forth, and therefore they are not transmitting the disease to another person. So even though they have been deemed HIV positive because they're at the undetectable status, they are not transmitting the disease to anyone else. Really, someone else is probably more dangerous to them than they are to that other person. So I just wanted to have that little PSA, that little moment of, but if I had to choose between the three, I probably would choose that, only because I'm not saying that I'm choosing to do anything, but only because there are a whole lot of other diseases that are way harder to live with. I know people who have type 1 diabetes where you got to take, shots and stuff like that. We ain't even going to type 2 diabetes. Okay. Type 1 and those are diseases that are life altering, where you got to change your diet. You got to change how you exercise. Baby, I want to be able to eat whatever I want to eat. So that's why I'm like, wait a minute. The narrative about people with HIV being looking a certain way, maybe they take their one pill a day every morning, like a vitamin, and they eat whatever they want to eat, drink whatever they want to drink. People with hypertension and heart disease is way harder to live with that. High cholesterol is way harder to live with and way more life altering to live with than having HIV. So that whole shtick and narrative where people want to throw that out there, as if that is supposed to shame someone with or without the disease, that's just like saying to somebody who's black, oh, well, you black. Okay. How is that a read? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess. I don't know. Wait, let me go back in the chat. I'm way behind on the chat. Y'all know we always have to have a learning moment where we learn a little bit. We don't just always, we laugh and we learn. I'm not good. Wait, where am I at? Let me go back. You can look very healthy. You can be dormant in the system for years before you see symptoms. I know someone that is undetectable now because she had cancer and the radiation helped somehow. Copper, I'm not going to say it's almost 2020. Shouldn't there be a cure? Well, we talked about, I believe last weekend, if I'm not last weekend, weekend before last, because I wasn't live 2 weeks ago when we were on Silly Saturday, that there's a company, or there's a collective, I should say, of companies, medical companies, in the Baltimore area, in Maryland, I should say, that believe that they have found what they think to be is a cure for HIV and AIDS, and they have already submitted to the FDA for approval to start testing as early as next month if it's approved, to see whether or not, so that it can be proven whether or not this cure works. So that is something we spoke about this, and you can look it up. But we spoke about that on the live 2 weeks ago, that they are, that's something that is good. And as a member of the LGBTQIA BCDEFG community, that's something I definitely want to promote, because it is a stigma attached to the community that the general public, by and large, thinks we all have HIV, or so they hear you gay, then immediately, oh, you died of AIDS. I don't know. Anyway, I would not want to suffer emotional. Where am I at? I'm so behind, y'all. The government is making money. So I don't think that they want to give us a cure. I think they already have them. They just let it cure. Y'all are getting in this chat. I love it. I love it. My youngest brother was one of the human test dummies for the Hep C cure. They start with prisoners because who cares? He did sign up for it, and he was lucky. Interesting, Yolanda. Yes, my stage 2 breast cancer at the age of 33 was very curable because of early detection. My cousin is HIV positive and has children and is living a normal life. I have more illnesses than she does. Okay. I'm trying to tell you. Glad you came on before I went to the grocery store. Come on, grocery store. What you buying us, Tadari? What is you buying us? That is great to hear you. I think that stigma HIV is worse because it's considered a same-sex disease by heterosexual. Well, the Smart Show. That's something that we spoke about. Was it? Y'all help me out, chat. Was that about a month ago or 2 ago? We went down all the way back through history. I think it was right after the gentleman's panel when we talked about straight black women versus gay black males. And we went down the whole history. And one of the parts of history when we talked about this beef that came from white people pitting gay black men versus straight black women was the period during the 80s and early 90s where there was the HIV and AIDS stigma and how that became the gay people's disease and God punishing homosexuals and all of that stuff. We really broke that down during that live. God, that's so cool. Who's calling? I don't know who that is. You are correct. I know they have a cure for AIDS cancer, and my sister has told me plenty of times that there is a cure for cancer, but it's a money machine. Let's see. Hey, good morning. I want to bookmark that cure for cancer. I want to talk about that as opposed to the cure for AIDS. Bookmark that. Where am I at? Yana, thank you for I'm just gonna have to fast forward. Morning, everybody. Okay. So hey YBS Mary, hey girl, hey. So let me say this. If there was a known cure, I believe it was ushered in a second. It's come on, second baby boom. If mofos do, they can just fucking take a pill, baby. Woo! You ain't lying, Ty. But let me say this. I think that there will be a cure for AIDS before there's a cure for cancer out on the market. You want to know why? Because there's less people that have AIDS than there are people that are getting diagnosed with cancers, because there's so many different forms of cancer and that you can get, and there's so many more people exponentially that get diagnosed with cancer that, like you said, it is much more advantageous for them to keep cancer on the market for the pharmaceutical companies to make drugs for than it is for AIDS. Think about it in the numbers game. I mean, and then see what you could do is, let me tell you how they're gonna market this. They'll start with that first cure and that first pill, that's the cure, and then it's going to be revamped and it's going to become better and better and better. And I suspect 10, 20 years from now, it's going to be like going about a morning after pill. Maybe you just went on, had a good romp in the hay, and they already have kind of a version of that now. But what it is you have to take it successively for an extended period of time after you feel like you've been exposed. But when they have when they refine it and get it good, baby, you're gonna go and get it down and shake it down and get busted down and go to CVS or Walgreens, pick up your pill, pop it, and be like, girl, I'm good, and be ready to go the next morning. I'm just telling you what I know. That's how it's gonna end up being. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's how it's gonna be, honey. That is how it's gonna be. I'm supposed to be reading the Hurt story. We had our moment of learning, and I'm supposed to be reading the Hurt story. We'll do the Hurt story, and then I'll be like, and we'll talk about what the people want to know. Lord, I might get to the Jadavian clown. That is sad. Sad part is they know that you will find a way to pay for it if you want to live. They do. We just don't have the money to pay for it. I believe this wholeheartedly. That my uncle had stage 4 bone cancer at the same time I had breast cancer. Both are in remission, and both are recipients of ex-military insurance. If that tells you anything. Interesting. There will be an HIV vaccination by 2050. Mark my word. It ain't gonna be 2050. 2050 is 30 years from now. I don't think it's gonna be that long, Danny. I do not think it's gonna be that long. I really don't. I'd be surprised. I would be very surprised if I would be very surprised if by the year 2030 there isn't already a cure. I'd be very surprised. Because that's where they're going with this. With some of the medications that they already have for people who have the disease and that can get them down to the levels where they are with undetectable now, I'd be very surprised. Very surprised. Anyway. But yeah, shouts out to you, Yana, for being a survivor of breast cancer. Shouts out to all of the survivors of cancers and everything. Shouts out to all of the people who live with all of the things that you live with. Those people with HIV, those people with herpes. I'll be the laugh if you got the herpes, Usher. But no, shouts out to you because you know. It's like, you know what, I'm going to say that I'll let you use this line. I've had a lot of people very close to me come to me and let me know about them having HIV and so forth and so on. You are in the spectrum. I mean, you run into people who have the disease. So we'll get them operating. What my first advice to them is this. When somebody says, El Teddy, I found out I got the disease, they go into their whole emotional stage, all of their stage, they start crying, life is over. When they dry up their tears, I let them go ahead and get it out. Oh, here go my shoulder. Let me put a rag in it. All them tears in it. Let me put a good rag in. Let them go ahead and get it out. Come on, baby, just cry. After they get done crying, here's what I say to them. You know what you do? You know what you do? Now, you go on living and eating. And it sounds so simple. That is exact. And what do I mean by there's so much loaded into the you go on living and eating. You go on living and eating. You don't stop living. You don't stop eating. And what I mean by eating is a hungry person is always trying to move up, always trying to do better, always trying to, because you're hungry. You're always trying to go to be successful. You're always trying to climb higher and higher and higher. So you go on living and eating and being the best version of you that you can. Look at Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson would tell you the half of his life after he got HIV is way better than half of his life before, financially and all. You go on living and eating. So I gift that to you. Next time somebody tell you, and it don't even have to be about HIV, or it could be about anything. Somebody is downtrodden. They boo-hoo, woe is me. Life is over. I can't deal. You let them get it all out. What the hell? My phone is doing the most this morning. Y'all can put it on silent. But this is what you tell them. You say, listen, you go on living and eating. Now, Copperhead, I think you said, when is somebody deemed detectable? When you take a test and the test comes back positive, you are detectable. I mean, as soon as you get diagnosed with the disease through the blood test, you are detectable at that point. So now, in order to become undetectable, you have to have less than 20 copies of the virus in. I forgot the exact measurement of blood, but that's what it says. That's what it has to be. Where am I at? Let me go back in the chat. I done missed a bunch of stuff, y'all. Did you say fat on meat turns rancid quick? What? What did I miss? Oh dear God. Ooh. All right. So, because it's getting late, we already an hour. How did we get to an hour and a half? God. Oh. And you know what, Copper Rain, people don't know until it's close to the end because people are afraid to go get tested. What happens if you are having known unprotected sex, when you go to your normal yearly or semi-annual doctor's checkup, your doctor should be running all the full gamut of tests for all of the STDs and STIs. My doctor, listen, my doctor does the full-blown everything twice a year in June and December. I go next week. And then in the off month, every 3 months, like so in March and in September, he'll do just the big three, and he'll do gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, and he'll do rapid tests for HIV. He'll do those during the March and September. But during that June and that December, oh, he's running the full gamut. Oh, he's doing everything. He don't fuck off. He does not fuck off. He don't play around. Child, he don't play with me. And he goes all back then underneath. And my doctor is my old doctor is my new doctor. He's not gay, but my old doctor that I had, he was gay. He was a bottom. And he was married to this cute little black guy. But he was one of the little black guys that don't see it for other black people and don't know or think that they black and blue black. That's a whole different story. Anyway, baby, my doctor, he's so petty and trifling. He'll go back there checking to make sure everything okay back there. And then he'll throw a little light joke. Oh, so you had a big one up in here recently. I'll be looking back like, what the hell? And he'll be like, I'm just joking. Because my doctor ain't shit. But I love him, though. He's kept me healthy all these years. So, the government means for us to live as long as we are. Benefits right now, we are using everything so fast. You know what, Yolanda? I say the same thing about military benefits. The VA kills more people than they save lives. Listen, told y'all a story about my granddaddy. My granddaddy, as long as we took him to the VA, he kept getting worse and dying. As soon as we took him to a private doctor, magically he was better. I'm telling you, the VA be experimenting on some of our veterans. I'm telling you, they be trying to kill people off so that the government don't have to keep paying for them. I'm telling you what I know. God. Oh yeah, I am assuming, Daddy, that everybody goes for checkup. I'm sorry. You go to the free clinic and get tests. Sure can. Mm-hmm. Child, I mean, it is what it is. Child. Hey, ladies queen, how you doing, child? Oh, you was up in this chat. Oh, child. I hope you're enjoying yourself. My hands will be here, ladies queen. But I have listen, ladies queen. I am not responsible for whatever they do to you, because there are certain people that might take out a couple plates. I'm gonna keep my hands right here. But hey to you too, ladies queen. Hey, all right. It's very important that people. It is. The reason I said child, because something came up on my screen that blocked it, and it was real debaucherous, and that's why I was like, child. Okay, so because we're toward the end, I do want to address some of the stuff that is going on, and then after we address, the stuff that's been going on over the last 36 hours or so. Dear Lord, you know how I am with the beefs and all of that. Baby, we gonna address it once or twice, and then we gonna move on. We ain't spending no 3, 4, and 5 days. When y'all know that's not what our channel is about. We come here to laugh. We come here to learn and enjoy ourselves and take ourselves off of the streets. You know what I'm saying? We sit on the porch. But I will say this. I am not here to speak negatively of anybody who is or was on the gentleman's panel with me. I don't have no problem with nobody. I don't have no problem with Jay Wilson. I don't have no problem with QB. Y'all know I ain't got no problem with Mother. I don't have no problem with Rebel Son. And I don't have no problem with did I leave anybody out? Oh, myself. Yeah. So people are, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to let anybody in a chat or anybody in a video change or spin or try to change how I feel about members of the gentleman's panel, because those people were not there. Those people were not privy to all of what we have going on before a show and after a show. Even the guest that we had on Thursday, he wasn't there during the whole pre-show. He wasn't there at all for the after show. So the connection and the bond that the members of the gentleman's panel have, that's for the members of the gentleman's panel. Now, if other members of the gentleman's panel, be it Jay Wilson, be it QB, be it Mother, be it Rebel Son, if they allow other people who were not there and not involved and have no idea of all of the intimate details to come in and sway them in one way or another, then that's them. That's them. I have nothing to do with that. And that's for them to have. But that's not how I roll, first of all. That's not how I roll. So I want to start off by saying I don't have no real feelings toward anybody, any of the other four members of the gentleman's panel at all. The truth of the matter is, I mean, do I feel like there were times where there was disrespect? Certainly. Is that a reason for me to be permanently angry? I wasn't permanently angry that night. And people try to spin this whole thing about me. Oh, L. Teddy was so unprofessional. And L. Teddy was so horrible on there. I said, no. The unprofessional thing would have been at the moment where people were yelling at me like a child. And at the moment that people were allowed to come at me, the unprofessional thing would have been to have just said, let me just close this up and get off because I don't have time. Because I don't have to have time. It's voluntary. I don't have to. I don't have to. I can quickly close my laptop, turn off my phone, and be right here and still get paid my salary that I get paid for real at my real job that allegedly is teacher assistant or janitor or whatever people think I am. So I'm going to say that first. What I am, and this goes back to me being a Capricorn, what I'm never going to do as a Capricorn is sit here and let you just come at me and think that I ain't finna come at you and say nothing, just gonna sit there. Now I will say, QB yelled, ranted, and raved, put people on mute, and that's fine. I respected him in his channel. That was the respect level I had for the member of the gentleman's panel. I said, no, well, if you want to go down that road, I'll allow you to do that. Yell into, you know what? Like you said, it's your platform. You go ahead. I will sit here. And because of the respect and the bond that the members of the gentleman's panel have, I won't. Because normally, what I normally would do and what most people in my situation probably would have done, they probably would have said, girl, I here for all this, close, click, and got off. A lot of people probably would have then went on their own channel and platform and went in during the gentleman's panel. I ain't want no parts of that because I respect all the members of the gentleman. Love them right now to this day. During the after show, we spoke, we talked, There were apologies given on all sides. We hashed it out, and it is what it is. And I don't want to say that. I really hate that phrase. It is what it is because it has such a negative connotation. When people say it is what it is, it makes it seem like there's something bad in the air or there's this bad aftertaste and you just need to just deal with it. There's no bad aftertaste. There's nothing, you know, that I feel either way. The other thing that I want to say is I know that Fabe pushed a narrative or was upset because I did not take the position that everybody else on the gentleman's panel did. But if anybody knows anything about L Teddy 27, especially on the gentleman's panel, I'm not I don't just go along to get along with anything. I look at everything rationally. And first of all, I didn't make a decision one way or another. All I said was some of the questions that I had going into it, some of the same questions that I had the same questions for both of them. And I said I didn't feel like either one of them proved anything to me, and I didn't see any concrete receipts or anything on either side. So I said, being a neutral party, neither side made me feel like I was, believe this person over that person. I even said, well, I don't really like Nicole Tyler, and perhaps had it been somebody else besides Nicole Tyler, perhaps had it been neither one of them. Because if I'm just being brutally honest, the journalistic ability of both sides, there were a lot of questions that should have been asked. There was a lot of probing information that should have been probed out of the people that were being interviewed that just was not. And if you're going to be journalistic, you can't be biased and you can't really try to push a narrative. What you have to do is you have to ask the right questions that is going to get the entire story out of it. Then, if you want to, you can take the entirety of the story, and after that guest is done, you can piece out and parcel out and make it biased as you want. But what should be done is to get the entirety of the story out. The reason that you do that is let me go into teacher mode. See, go into teacher. When you learn real journalism, you have to learn what's called argumentative writing. Okay. And when you have what's called argumentative writing, in argumentative writing, it's devoid of emotion. It's devoid of um, uh, catering to someone's feelings and emotions. What you're supposed to do is you are supposed to have a side. You then are supposed to present support and backing for your side. And argumentative writing says you present the other side, and you must present just as much support and backing for the opposing side as you do for your own side. Then, where you become where the argumentative writing becomes complete and there's becomes real journalism, is you then come back because you presented just as much support for the other side as you have for your side. Now you come back and there's a rebuttal for all of the other side. It's kind of similar to what they do in a court of law. In a court of law, the prosecution goes, the defense goes, and then what happens is the prosecution presents their case, the defense will present their case, and then the prosecution is allowed the time to present a rebuttal for all of the evidence that the defense gave. That's how that works. And what I saw happening on both sides, 5 side and Nicole Tyler side, some of the line of questioning and some of the information that needed to come out of it did not come out of it for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't have enough time. Maybe they forgot to ask those questions. Maybe they got caught up in a moment. I don't know. But what I do know is, like I said on the gentleman's panel, I just was left with questions from both sides, and I ain't know. I looking at it neutrally. Neither side proves they point to me. Just saying. But people got in their feelings and thought that was a time to try and read me. See, I don't have to prove my level of intelligence and intellect. Those of us who are intelligent, who have amassed a certain level of intellect, there's no need for us to sell people on that. There's no need for us to say that. You don't sit 5 minutes with me and not understand all of who I am. You know what it's like? It's like when you see somebody, you know what it's like? It's like when you see like say you're in school in class. I see this in the classroom all the time. And somebody who's a very attractive person, they might be a new person in the class. They just got to the class. And somebody look real good. They real fine. And they walk in the class. And what do the ugly people in class do? Child, she thinks she cute. Child, they think they cute. That person ain't said nothing about being cute. Baby, all they did was walk in the room and they were cute. They were attractive. And the people who probably not so much attractive, or maybe thought they were attractive, but not as attractive as that person is, decide to say, child, they think they cute. So now what they finna do is they finna spend all their time trying to pick apart every part of that person that makes them, in their estimation, not as cute. Well, all the while you knew from the door that that person was cute. They are attractive. They look good. And this is what happens. So there's no need for me to defend my intellect and my and who I am. For what? So that's what I have to say about that. In terms of the Trey guy, that there's no need for me to go any further with that. I mean, he is what he is. He's going to do what he does. I maintained, like I said on the gentleman's panel at that time, he served no purpose to the gentleman's panel. There was no need for him to ever be on the gentleman's panel. If there was a desire to promote him, I feel like QB's platform is big enough. He was already on QB's platform. He's already been promoted. People already saw he was on QB's platform. He was on Jay Wilson's platform. I don't see what other promotion he could have gotten. People had already seen him. People already knew what he was. You weren't introducing him to a new segment of the population. You really weren't. He's already had an opportunity to display who he was. So there was nothing of value that was offered to him being on the panel. Nothing at all. Nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But it is what it is. Now, inquiring minds last night wanted to know what I was going to be doing. I'm still taking last minute bits. Really, B had a bit. Let me put my cash app in the chat. People were taking bets on what I was going to do. I said, y'all send me a, and I might sway in your direction. Really, B was taking bets on what I was going to do in terms of whether or not I'm staying in the gentleman's panel or not. What say you? What say you? Hey, Terrell. How are you? Shondo. Wait a minute, Danger Pooch. You don't know me on my life. Tell me what I'm doing. Okay, Terrell, appreciate you for coming by. Shondo in the chat. Yolanda say I'm leaving. Interesting. Well, he can't break up the panel. That's just not how that works. Somebody outside the panel can't break up the panel. What has to happen is members of the panel have to allow people. It's like I said when I started talking about this. I'm not going to allow, and I love y'all to death, but you all in the chat or people outside of the 5 members of the gentleman's panel who were the only ones who know authentically all of what happened and what took place. To sway either way, that doesn't speak highly of someone's intelligence. What that's like? That's like me sitting in my house, me and my family, we went over here and we played a game of cards. And you go outside and go over there across the street to your neighbor's house, and your neighbor wasn't there at all. And your neighbor say, "Well, child, you must be let them beat you. You know they was cheating on you over there. You know this happened in that card game, and they wasn't even there." And you sit there and believe what your neighbor tell, and you sitting there like, well, maybe they did cheat during that card game. Maybe they was hiding cards underneath the table. Maybe they had rigged the deck before I got there. And you taking this from the neighbor who wasn't even who wasn't even in the house, wasn't even at the card game. It doesn't make sense. But you believe it like it's gospel. Mind you, your ears, your eyes, and everything was at the card game. Your neighbor was not. But now you're allowing your neighbor to dictate to you what did and did not happen. I mean, let's think rationally, but I'm asking irrational people to think rationally. Just tell me what I know. Just tell you what I know. So anyway, but yes, nobody can bring up the gentlemen decide to do what they want to do, and it is what it is. All these things, all great things, like they say, come to an end. Why is he been trying to hold on, y'all? Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I had to deal with that. Anyway, so that's what I have to say about that. Allegedly there was some receipts, or I'm waiting for these alleged receipts to drop, because all I saw was some email saying something about Jay Wilson drumming up the gentleman's panel. But that's what Jay Wilson is supposed to do. The gentleman's panel is his baby. So if there's going to be a guest on the gentleman's panel, he's going to trump up the marketing for that. That's marketing. What's 101? Hey, Mr. Pimp Tight. Hey everybody else who came in the room. Hey Carolyn. I know a lot of people came in the room. Hey everybody, Shonda in the chat. But I'm still looking for when there was this back and forth between QB and the guy, or Jay Wilson, and the guy saying that, oh, we're going to make this thing where we allow you to come in here and drag L Teddy 27. Because if that is what it was supposed to be done, I'm still waiting to be drugged. Because you handed out nobody's drug problem. Go back. I don't have to debate this. Go and see the tape. Girl, please. Anyway, but I'm just hold on. Let me look at what. I'm way behind on the chat, y'all. It's not in you. Oh man, I believe in I do, y'all. And left. Anyway, I just want you to be great. The last film is Cheerios on Sunday. Um, Interesting. Well, Danny, you're right about that. The only person who could say for a surety what El Teddy 27 is going to do is El Teddy 27. Now, that is true. Y'all know me. Friend or foe. Y'all know me. I do what I want to do and what I feel I need to do. We talk about later. Ciao. Talk about it later. Ciao, Yolanda. I don't be trying to drag. I try to stay right here on the porch and not be bothered. I don't be bothering nobody. But if there's a dragon to be had, ciao. Shawnette, girl, you dumb. So, um, inquiring minds want to know. I will be remaining right now. As of right now, I'm not leaving. Hell, if I didn't leave in the middle of the chat, oh, my stomach is bound. If I didn't leave in the middle of the panel where I was blatantly being disrespected, why would I leave now? I apologize to QB. QB apologized to me. We said what we said. We don't have no problem. So why would I leave now? There are going to be two new members of the gentlemen's panel. I know who they are. I'm not going to tell who they are. I think you'll be surprised. I really think when you see who the new members of the gentlemen's panel are, I think that you will be very pleasantly surprised. And when I say pleasantly, you will like them. I think that you will like the direction with the two added members of the gentlemen's panel. The direction of the gentlemen's panel is going to take a newer, I should say, direction, which I think, and this is no, I'm not saying this is a slight to any of the original members of the gentlemen's panel, but I do think that it's going to open up the ceiling for the gentlemen's panel to go into new arenas and new atmospheres and things like that. But I certainly like the new people. When I saw who was, I was like, oh, okay. And when we all, talked about it, those, people who were still on, and we said, oh, I was like, oh, okay. And so you are going to, what's up, mother? Y'all see Mother in the room? Mother is in the room, y'all. She could tell y'all that all the other siblings got the beatings last night. And I ain't get no beating. I was allowed to go to bed without a beating. I ain't get no switch because I ain't do nothing, and I'm the good child. Mother will tell you that. But the rest of my siblings, they got a beat after Mother came from bingo last night. So, child, Daddy, I will pick it up. I will pick up the book. It might, when it glows. If anybody wants to borrow the book, let me know. Send me a good cash app and we'll let you borrow the book. A good cash app. We'll let you borrow the book. Anyway, child. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Child, tonight you can borrow her. Listen, I've got a couple people in my email out there. I have ghost written, I haven't done it already, but I've been asked to ghost write for a couple people. They said, child, can you give me a good read or two? And I will, child. I ain't gonna even tell nobody. I'll be right in the bushes. Then don't nobody got to know that I did some ghost writing for you, honey. Oh, child. Give you one more sickening read. to give to the people. But yes, I really think that you all are going to be so pleasantly surprised at the two new members of the gentleman's panel. Yeah, and I think the direction of the gentleman's panel and the trajectory will change for the better. Not that it wasn't already good, but you can, like I said earlier, you're always trying to do better, and every iteration of yourself. I mean, YouTubers, you have to do that on your own channel. Every iteration of yourself, you should try to do something a little better. Every time you make a new video, every time you go live again, you should go back and reassess. Okay, what did I do on that last live? What worked? What didn't work? How do I make it better? Even on the gentleman's panel, it was organic. Every week, you saw we would do things, we would change up, maybe we would talk about something else, and we would see what we might have needed to tweak so as to make it better and so forth. So, mhm. I really, really, really think that you all will really enjoy the two newest members of the gentleman's panel. I know who they are. Want to know? I won't tell. I mean, if you give me enough, send me a cash out. We dry begging, everybody else dry beg. Hey, enough. That's it. No, he was not with Really Be Danny. Don't worry about that. He wasn't. You ain't got to worry. He was not with Really Be. Heck. She always trying to take my people. Why are you agreeing with her? God. See, see, see. But you was mad at me last night. See what I'm saying? And y'all saw how you got mad with me last night. But now he over here and got all this going on. See what I'm saying? How is that fair? How is that fair? Child. Anyway, um, I but yeah, I wanted to address all of that stuff, y'all. Ain't nobody paying you no mind, Really Be. That's why you got a beating last night. That is why mother beat you last night. I ain't get no beating. Ha 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 ha. Chat. Anyway, that's why they all got a beating. And I was sitting pretty. I ain't get no beating. I ain't get no beating. They got a beating. They got that switch. They got that switch. I ain't get no beating. I ain't get no beating. Child, I ain't paying Really Be no mind. I ain't paying Really Be no mind. Patty Duke, I ain't getting no whooping, but them other four, Evie and baby Evie was dragging last night. Jaded Nerd, baby Jaded Nerd was dragging last night, baby. He was handing out drug problems. Really Be Captivate Christian, baby. They was all handing out drug problems, and I sat there just as perched as I am now, not doing anything. And when mother came home and the switch came out, all them got a beating, and I sat over in the corner and snickered and laughed and was good over here because I ain't do nothing. So anyway, oh, I know who it is, but I'll never tell. I'll never tell. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. It's not who you think. It's not who you think. Who's all these people calling me? all these people don't. Anyway, I got to get off y'all because I got people calling me that normally don't call me, like really, really close to me, and like they all calling me all at the same time. So I need to we've been on here 2+ hours anyway, so I need to go and handle that and see what's going on because I don't that worries me. You know, when all your people really, really close to you all call you at the same time over and over and over, that kind of gives you pause. Anyway. Child, Danny, they was cutting up. No, I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna call them. I told them I'll call them right back, and they said okay. Hey, Diving for Dep. Hey, boo. But if Pretty Ricky Fontaine was one of them, how would it be the gentleman's panel? Yeah, I hope everything is okay too. I don't have enough going on, but y'all don't know, but I've had enough over the last week and a half for anybody. Yeah. Any last questions? Can I get a quick Shondo in the chat before we depart? I won't miss it this time. I'm gonna remember to say as I take a swig of this good coffee. Hey, YB the Kid. Hey, boo, Shondo. Let me say this. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up, ready to say, it's time to make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new. And I'll have more ideas for you. And you'll have things you'd like to talk about. I will too. Yo, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Shondo in the chat. Shondo in the room. Love, love, love y'all. We're going to do this again like we always do. Peace and blessings, all of that good stuff. And I'm out, y'all. We'll be in the bushes and in the streets.